Yeah, I think the lads were just excited. I think we knew it was our last session, and yeah, there was probably a little bit more of an edge, and you have to control it, but you have to let the lads do it as well. And we've waited a long time for this game. It feels as if it's been years and years coming, and yeah, look, we're all really excited for the game ahead tomorrow. We know how tough the challenge is going to be, but it's one that's on the horizon now. One more sleep, and we'll be ready come tomorrow for kick-off.
1, 2, yep, sorry. Hi Andy, Ronnie Chatters, STV News. Personally for you, captaining your country, walking out in the opening match of the Euros, sum up your own emotions, and also how proud are you of this squad and how far they've come together?
Yeah, I don't really think about my emotions too much, but yeah, look, I think I feel the same as all the rest of them. I feel immensely proud, very excited as well, but this group of lads it's amazing to be captain of. They make my life very easy. It's an amazing bunch of lads. Even the new boys that step in, they embrace it so early doors, and yeah, it just keeps the feel-good factor going. So look, we've had a really good camp so far. Obviously lost Dykesy, which was difficult for a couple of days, but then we managed to get over that and move past it. And yeah, now we're excited. We know that these games are close, and we know how quickly the tournament can go by you, and it's important that we show up to our maximum. And if we do that, then we believe we can create a bit of history. But we know we have to be at our best to do that. And tomorrow night we're playing an exceptional team, full of quality, in front of their home fans, and we know it doesn't get much more difficult than that. But it's a challenge that we're excited for. There's no real pressure on us. There's no real expectation probably from the outside world. But we expect a lot from ourselves, and we have to show that on the pitch, and we have to perform to our maximum. And if we do that, then let's see how far we can go.
BBC, yeah.
Hi Andy, Jane Dougal, BBC. We were at the square earlier with all the fans, and they've pretty much taken over the centre of Munich. How does it feel that so many of them have come out here to support you and the team?
It's amazing. Obviously we see all the videos. We see everyone landing into Munich. And their numbers, and there's so many of them, and I think there's so many people that we know that are over here, and it feels as if most of the country are, which is crazy. But like, the Tartan Army have been amazing with us from day one, and we made a big point, me and the manager, when he first came in, to try and get them back on side, because the home support had maybe nosedived a little bit because of performances on the pitch. But the away support was always incredible. The away ends were always sold out, and they always like a trip abroad. And there's a lot of them over here, and we hope to make them proud. We know all of them can't get in the stadium. We wish they could. It would help us, but we know there'll still be a lot of them in the stadium tomorrow night, and we know there'll be a lot supporting us back home in particular. And look, the support, we couldn't do it without them. They've pushed us over the line at times, and we hope they enjoy themselves over the next 10, 11 days, because if we can perform the way we can perform, we'll give them plenty to shout about. And if we can do that, then hopefully they can stay in Germany that little bit longer.
Yeah, first row.
Andy, Ewan Murray from The Guardian. You touched on history. How much of a driving force is it? I mean, what happened with previous teams isn't your fault, but how much of a theme is it with the squad to be the first one to get out of a group in one of these finals? Yeah,
of course. It's, us qualifying the first Euros was massive for us, and then to get 2 in a row was incredible. But now we want to compete. Last time we felt as if, obviously the England game we done fairly well, but the other two we maybe let ourselves down a little bit, or thought we could have done a bit better. And we don't want to have any regrets this time. What's the worst that can happen? We go into a long list of teams that have failed to make it out of the group at Scotland, and that's the worst that can happen. So let's start from that point and move on from it. And we believe that we can be the team that can create history. We've put ourselves in a good position to do so by qualifying first and foremost, and then let's see what we can do. We've got a tough group. We focus on tomorrow night first and foremost, and like I says, it doesn't get much tougher, but it's one we're excited by. We're excited by the challenge. We're excited by what's ahead, and if we can perform the way I know we can perform, then I believe we can be the ones that create the history.
Sky Sports.
Luke Shanley from Sky Sports. Andy, this team's been on a journey. You talked about playing at your maximum. Where do you feel you are just now, and how big a step up will you need to make tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we'll need a step up from the warm-up games, but I think when you look at results up and down the board, I think every team will probably need to step up. And you can't recreate competitive football. And once we qualified and things like that, maybe we took a little bit of a drop, which shouldn't happen, but it probably did. And then March was disappointing, of course. But now we're ready. We're excited. You get no bigger stage than this, especially tomorrow night. All eyes will be on us against Germany, and it's got to be a time to show what we can do, and we believe we can do that. So, of course, we need to step it up. But all nations that have come into this tournament are in the exact same boat, and they will all want to play to their maximum, which I would very much doubt anyone did in the pre-warm-up games, because scared of injury and things like that all come into play. But look, we're ready now. We're all excited. The preparation's done. The meetings are done. I think maybe one more tomorrow morning, but pretty much all our prep's done, and we're good to go now, and we're just excited for kick-off.
Middle here.
Gabriel from Radio Clyde. You just saying that, touching on there about people being scared about injury, I think most people in the country gasped when they saw you walking off training on Monday morning. How are you, both physically and mentally, how are you going into this game tomorrow?
Physically good, mentally good. Looking forward to what's ahead. Yeah, it was a little scare, but yeah, it wasn't great that your cameras were in, probably because it was just precautionary, really. Obviously, I had an ankle injury from March and kind of been nursing it a little bit from then on, but it feels good. It's in a good place now, but we just didn't want to aggravate it anymore, so we were pretty relaxed about the whole situation. Maybe some others weren't, but probably particularly my family before I could phone them. But no, look, I'm all good. I'm good to go mentally, physically. We're ready. We're all ready, and come tomorrow, come kick off, we'll be 100%.
We'll go to the right side.
Raphael Weiss, Sportschau. Looking at your team, how it's defending, the counter-attacks is almost like a blueprint on how to beat Germany. Do you have to make lots of tactical adjustments for tomorrow? Yeah,
look, it's not going to be any secret that Germany will probably dominate the ball tomorrow. They're very a possession-based team and very good on it. They've got the best midfielder in the world in Toni Kroos, and a lot of other good players that are very gifted on the ball. But when we have the ball, we have to capitalise on it. We have to make the most of when we have the ball, and it's up to us to keep it and be composed as well. But yeah, we have to be difficult to beat as well. We have to close the spaces. We have to try and frustrate them as much as we can. And if we can do that, then hopefully that's the key to getting a result. But we know they'll have a game plan. We've got a game plan as well, and it will just be whoever's works best on the night, and it's whoever shows up. So we hope that we can do that. We believe that we can do it, but it's up to us to show it. And Germany will be wanting to do the exact same, starting the tournament in front of their home fans, wanting to get off to a good start. There's a lot of pressure on them to probably go on and win the tournament within this country, and they won't want anyone getting in the way of that. But it's up to us to try and put the first hurdle in front of them.
We'll go there, and then we'll go to the gentleman in white, and then to this corner. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Andy. Andrew McLean, Radio Clyde. I know the squad won't need any more motivation, but having Lyndon Dykes around the place, what has that done for you guys?
Yeah, great to have him here. Like I says, the day that he got his injury, then the couple of days after it were difficult for the whole squad. But now that he's here as a fan, as a staff member, probably he's coming under. But yeah, it's great to have the big man round because he's a key part to what we've done. He's very important off the pitch as well, and delighted that he can be here because not many could have done that with probably the emotions that he's went through in the last 10 days or so. So credit to him, credit to his family also for coming over and yeah, trying to enjoy it as much as he can as well. We'd love him to be on the pitch of some capacity tomorrow, but unfortunately that wasn't possible. And yeah, but it's great to have him secondary off the pitch, so he'll be a big factor for us in the whole camp, and hopefully he can stay with us the whole time. And like I says, he's important off the pitch, but he's more important on the pitch, and we would love him to be being a part of the team tomorrow, but unfortunately that wasn't meant to be.
Second row and then first row.
Andy, Michael Grant from the Times. Do you have happy memories of coming to this stadium and winning with Liverpool against Bayern in the season that you won the Champions League? And also I wondered if your former manager Jurgen had any messages to you in the recent days. Yeah, look, last time I was at this stadium it was a massive win for us. A lot of people wrote us off when we drew 0-0 at Anfield, and then to come here, very difficult place in front of all the Munich fans and things like that, to then win 3-1 was incredible, and it was even more incredible that took us on the journey to go and win the Champions League. So
a lot of good memories, good memories here. The game was very important for us to go on the way to winning the trophy. You've touched on the manager. Yeah, look, he texted me last week when I broke the record. Very nice message of him, which he didn't have to do, but I appreciated it massively. But that was it. All he says was congratulations. He doesn't. I think he's at the game tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see who he supports. But I'm sure there's only one answer for that. But yeah, look, I don't need any advice from him. I think he knows that, and yeah, but hopefully he can enjoy the game. But hopefully not too much.
Last question from the room. Yeah.
Andy Scott for the Daily Record. It's clear that the aim is to get through the group. If you manage to do that, you'll have legendary status in Scotland forever. How comfortable are you with that? Are you ready to take on that mantle?
Yeah, that's what we want. That's what all of us want. We know that's what's at stake. And like I said previously, look, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is you join the list of so many good Scotland teams that fail to make it out of the group. So, but the flip side of that is, like you says, we can be the first team ever to do that, and that has to be something that we've got a lot of incentives to go and do well. But that's the main one, to become, like you says, a legendary squad that we would go down as, to be that first team to make it into the knockouts. Then that has to drive us forward. We've got a lot of motivation, and so do every nation coming to these major tournaments, and you feel how excited everyone back in the country is. But that one for me is one that's driving us forward, and to be the first team to be in the knockout groups, because you never know what can happen in the knockout stages. But we have to get there first. Like I says, we're in a difficult group. We've got 3 good teams in there with us, and we have to be at our best in every game to have a chance of that. And if we do that, then let's see where we are on the 23rd of June.
Okay, let's go remote if we have more luck this time. Any questions? Raise your hand. If not, we will take one more question here. Lady here in the 3rd row. Wait for the microphone, please.
I haven't asked mine yet.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Yeah, go ahead.
Sondre Skansen, NRK in Norway. I guess you are aware of this new rule that only the captains will be allowed to protest major refereeing decisions. How will you and the other players handle that during this tournament?
Yeah, we had a meeting on that to kind of outline all the rules and things like that, and yeah, we have to respect it. For me, that's fine for me, and as long as they give you the chance to discuss the decision and things like that, and then also to get back into positions. That was the only thing that we had. Obviously, if something happens on the far right of the pitch, it's not ideal for the left wing back to be heading over there. But as long as we have time to get back into place and then get set, then I'm all for it. Obviously, when players surround the referee, it's not the image of the game that we want to go about. So it can be positive. I'm sure there'll be a couple of teething issues and things because this is the first time it's been used. But yeah, look, it's one we look forward to. We always are open to change as long as it's going to help the game and be positive. And I think this one could be. And obviously, as the other players will need to respect it as well, because we don't want pointless bookings and things like that. And yeah, obviously I've got to be the one that's talking to the ref, always in dialogue with him, and let's see how it works. But yeah, I think it could be one that's going to be positive change for the game.
Good, thank you.